Hello my friends, Ryan here with Electric, and today we'll be breaking down one of your favorite franchises that has not shown its face in a while, Portal. Welcome to Electric, where I bring you electronics for the electronic freak. Now, for those of you that don't know, Portal is a puzzle platformer game that was released in a bundle called the Orange Box in 2007. And its sequel, Portal 2, was released in 2011. Set in the Half-Life universe, the player assumes the role of the silent protagonist Shell, solving a series of complicated puzzles with only a gun and some cubes.
Hey Ryan, didn't a new Portal game just release last year?
No. I mean, yes, one did. Bridge Constructor Portal was released in December of 2017. Now, I don't know about you, but we here at Electric don't count this as part of the series we're talking about today. We also are not counting the HTC Vive VR experience, The Lab, as part of this video. Instead, we're wondering if the original games were so popular, why hasn't there been a new addition to the story? To answer that question, let's go back to the beginning. The original concept of Portal was actually formed as a student project called Narbocular Drop at the DigiPen Institute of Technology in 2005. After the game's release, Valve quickly took notice, signing on the entire team to work for them. That team then went on to create the very first Portal video game. With its debut in 2007, Portal received an enormous amount of praise. Even Half-Life 2 Episode 2 and Team Fortress 2 were cloaked in the shadow of this incredibly innovative, sarcastic game. I loved playing it too, speedrunning the entire game at least a couple times a day. However, while some can finish the entire game without glitches in under 45 minutes, I never got under the 2.5 hour mark. Portal 2 continued the series, releasing in 2011. Just like the original game, it also earned many awards, including Best PC Game and Best Action Adventure Game across several systems. Even though most might say the story was predictable, players enjoyed the increased difficulty of puzzles with added elements such as bridges, lasers, and gels. It also introduced some new elements that people can still enjoy to this day. Multiplayer. Co-op mode was a highly popular addition to the game. Satisfaction soared when solving the additional mind-bending puzzles with a friend. As another new feature, the Steam Workshop could be a reason why we may never see a Portal 3. I applaud Steam for allowing the community to create new levels, including new mechanics and mods for themselves. However, endless lists of player-created levels go on and on. They can rank anywhere from beginner to nightmare expert, taking away the necessity to make a third installment. How can you best the millions of Portal puzzles already in existence? The story is another hint to the end of the series. There was a plan for a Portal 3, but it would have been a prequel to the game set in the 1950s. At the end of Portal 2, Shell has left Aperture Science. Wheatley is stuck on the moon, and Gladys is still stuck down there, being the one who let Shell go in the first place.
We're both in space.
This game would have no Gladys, no Shell, just the CEO, Cave Johnson, and his army of robots. Valve, however, chose to leave it on the back burner and never released this third installment. How could Valve improve upon the existing games without either rehashing old content or making the puzzles overly complicated with new additions and taking the fun out of it? Valve has a history of never releasing a third installment. Left 4 Dead, Half-Life, Dota, and Team Fortress never saw a full third game. But we did see a fan-made addition to the story in the end, didn't we? Yes. In 2015, Prism Studios created a wonderful workshop mod called Portal Stories Mel. In it, the main character Mel is a test subject to experimentation in Aperture Science's new short-term relaxation vault. After she goes to sleep, she wakes up in the far future, only to discover the scrapyard that was Aperture. Not that short term, if you ask me. With the inclusion of new characters, tests, and some cosmetic changes, a good portion of fans still think this game is good enough to be official canon to the story, even though it was not made by Valve. Valve developers have played the game and acknowledged its existence, yet the game still remains an unofficial addition to the story of the Portal series. We believe that the combination of Valve never releasing a third installment, the addition of all the wonderful fan-made content from the workshop, and the question of story direction is why we will never see a Portal 3. Valve seems to have wrapped up all their existing intellectual properties, and the lack of new games in the past couple years may be pointing to work on an entirely new IP that's going to blow us away. What do you think? Should Portal Stories Mel be considered canon? Or should we shrug it off as a glorified mod? Should Valve revive this classic game series with a prequel Madhouse? Or do you think they've left Portal on the shelf and are cooking up a new IP to bring us into a new age for Valve? Let us know in the comments below. We now have a forum where we can discuss these topics in more detail. There's a link in the description directly to the post about this video if you'd like to check it out. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. If not, you know what to do. Leave a comment down below if you have any comments on this video or any content suggestions for future videos. Maybe you have a dead game series you would like us to look into. Get subscribed if you're not already, and get the bell on if you never want to miss an upload. We're now uploading a new video every Friday at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for watching. We and the rest of the community hope to see you next Friday.